Let's look at check clearing system in Singapore. We will first go through a quick introduction, okay, followed by a look into the cutoff time for check deposit and the check truncation system. Introduction. We know that checks makes up a major portion of the type of instruments, okay, received by the banks on daily basis. Basically, there are thousands and thousands of checks transact every single day. Specific clearing procedures have been devised to handle the collection of checks. A simplified diagram of the check clearing process is shown on the next slide. Tom is the payer here. He used the check to pay Jerry. He basically passed the check to Jerry, and Jerry received the check, present the check to his own bank, DBS. And DBS in this situation is a collecting bank. So DBS present the check to UOB, and UOB has Tom's current account. So UOB debits Tom's current account here and transfer the money to DBS. And DBS credits the money into Jerry's account. So this is one simple example, okay, how a check works. Upon receiving the check, what could Jerry do to obtain cash on the same day? Right? So Tom passed the check to Jerry, and what Jerry can do, straight away present the check to UOB instead of DBS for cash. So you got to go to UOB. Remember, it's UOB because this is the payer's banks. Okay, because Tom's current account is with UOB, so he can encash the check at UOB, not DBS. So you got to know Tom's. Basically, Tom's has basically look at the check. Where the check come from? And obviously the check will be of the UOB checks. So we go to UOB to encash it. Different banks may have different cutoff time. Okay, but most of the time will be quite the same. Should be the same. I don't. You shouldn't be different much. It might be affected by the check box location as well. There's no clearing on Saturday. Okay, let's look at this example here. If the check is deposited on Thursday before the cutoff time, the fund will be available on Friday after 2 p.m. If it's on Thursday, but after the cutoff time, the fund will be available on Monday after 2 p.m. If it's on Friday, before the cutoff time, it still will be available on Monday after 2 p.m. If it's a Friday, after the cutoff time, it will be available on Tuesday after 2 p.m. And if on Saturday, it will still be on Tuesday after 2 p.m. We're assuming there's no public holiday in between, especially on Monday. What happens if a check is presented on Friday after the bank is closed and Monday is a public holiday? On which day will the check be cleared? So it will be on Wednesday, okay, after 2 p.m. Check truncation system. Basically, it's a step forward in terms of making check clearing process more digital. Right now, in the past, the check clearing is very manual. Everything has to be take physically the physical check from the bank branch to the clearinghouse. Now they do it digitally instead of manually carrying the checks from the branch to the clearinghouse. Basically, they just send digital image. So basically, here is the online image based check clearing system. It entails the scanning of checks at the point of deposit. Basically, most of the time is at the in the branch or in the could be a machine. I mean, it could be beside the ATM machine. Okay. So electronic image is not the physical checks being transmitted like in the past. In the past, there was manually the security guard will come over to collect the checks and bring to clearing house to clear. So checks when a check is returned, what does the customer receives? So it's a imaged return document. In short, they call RRD, not the original check. Just for information, this is how it looks like. Okay, it's not that this part is more for your information. That's to let you know what is the RRD.